the locus of control lie that kills your focus. You start the day ready to focus, and one ping, one loud neighbor, or a wall of meetings hijacks it. You doom scroll, feel guilty, and wait for calm. It doesn't come. This isn't laziness. It's an external control mindset quietly killing your focus and fueling procrastination. In the next 60 seconds, I'll give you a reframe that puts control back in your hands so you can start today. Use it now for faster starts and calmer focus. There's one locus mistake that silently doubles procrastination coming up. First, here's the mini payoff you can run right now. Momentum beats theory, so let's earn a quick win. Here, the one-sentence reframe, grounded in implementation intentions. Gallwitzer, 1999. What small lever is 100% mine in the next 15 minutes? Say it out loud. This question moves you from "I need the world to change" to "I'll adjust what I control." It shrinks overwhelm and makes starting doable. Now let me show you exactly how to use it in 60 seconds. Notice the trigger. What just knocked you off track? Noise, a meeting, low energy, a mood slump, a surprise request? Name it without drama. Trigger, noisy room. This labels the constraint so your brain stops arguing with it. Name the lever. Pick a tiny, controllable action, not an outcome. Think knobs you can turn: environment, process, scope, timing, or motion. Example levers: headphones on, open doc, outline 3 bullets. Set timer for 15, move to quieter corner, switch to review pass. Set a 15-minute micro task. Choose the smallest slice that advances the work. Not finish the report, but draft intro bullets for 15 minutes. Pair it with a timer so there's a clear start and stop. Start immediately. No extra planning, no hunting for the perfect playlist. 2 breaths, press start, type the first imperfect word. Action first, evaluation later. Let me run a few real-world examples. Noisy space, lever, headphones plus a 15-minute outline. Task, outline 3 section headers and 1 bullet each. Timer on. You'll be surprised how fast structure appears once you begin. Meeting heavy day, lever, 2 10-minute sprints between calls. Task, sprint 1, collect links, sprint 2, rename files and drop placeholders. You can make real progress in fragmented time when you define tiny slices. Low energy after lunch, lever, change the mode. Task, review yesterday's draft and mark easy edits for 15 minutes. Matching energy to task beats fighting your state. Overthinking a blank page, lever, process queue. Task, open doc, write 3 ugly bullets problem, why it matters, first step. Bad bullets are allowed, motion creates clarity. Here are the common mistakes to avoid so this sticks. Vague levers, be more focused is not a lever. Phone in drawer is. Work harder is not a lever. Set a 15-minute timer is. Name concrete actions you can do in seconds. Picking outcomes, not actions. Finish the draft is an outcome. Type for 15 minutes using the outline is an action. Outcomes don't start themselves, actions do. Overlong commitments. Saying, "I'll grind for 2 hours" when your wobbly triggers avoidance. Start with 10-15 minutes. You can extend after you begin. Overplanning the perfect start. If your first move requires 5 mini steps, it's too big. Make the first move something you can do in under 20 seconds. Open file, put on headphones, set timer, type 1 line. Now try it with me right now. Pick one task in your head. Say it. What small lever is 100% mine in the next 15 minutes? Name your lever out loud. Today's lever is timer plus outline. Set the 15-minute micro task, 2 section headers, 1 bullet each. Take 2 slow breaths, press start, and type your first imperfect line. That's it, you just shifted control. The reason this works is simple. Your brain needs a clear bridge from intention to action. The question finds the bridge. The 15-minute container lowers the emotional cost of starting, and the lever focuses you on inputs you control, not outcomes you can't force. One quick micro story. Last week, a student was stuck for 40 minutes waiting for quiet to write. We used this reframe. Lever was phone in another room, noise app on. Micro task was 3 ugly bullets. 4 minutes later, words were flowing. The difference? They stopped negotiating with the room and chose a lever they owned. If you remember nothing else, pick a lever you can do in seconds, set a 15-minute slice, and begin. Motion drives motivation, not the other way around. You've got your mini win. Next, I'll show you the psychology behind this so it sticks and scales, and we'll expose the locus mistake that silently doubles procrastination. The plan and payoff. You just used the 60-second reframe. Now here's the map so this sticks. We're going to build a simple system in 3 parts: the lie, the shift, and the system. First, we'll expose the trap that makes effort feel pointless. Then we'll install a better lens on control. Finally, we'll turn that lens into habits you can run today. The payoff is practical: lower procrastination, faster start times, and calmer focus. Not because you suddenly love hard tasks, but because you'll know exactly which lever to pull when reality is messy. Every idea connects to something you can do in the next hour. If you can't use it today, we don't keep it. You might be worried this ignores real barriers. It doesn't. Meetings, kids, bosses, noise, and energy dips are real. We're not pretending you control the weather. We're getting surgical about the part you do control, your levers, so you can still move work forward inside constraints. Here's the roadmap at a glance. In the lie, you'll see how an external control mindset quietly fuels delay. In the shift, you'll learn the useful middle between blaming yourself and blaming the world. Then we build the system. The control ladder to reduce start friction, constraint triage for imperfect days, a 2-minute start protocol to cut decision drag, light accountability, and language reframes that restore agency. By the end, you'll have a daily control block you can run on repeat. One more promise: we'll keep theory tight and behavior heavy. I'll anchor each concept to one move you can make before this video ends. You've already taken the first step with the reframe. Now let's expose the lie that keeps you waiting for perfect conditions. The lie that kills focus: external control trap. The thing most people miss is that procrastination often isn't about time, it's about agency. When your brain believes outcomes live outside your hands, luck, other people, timing, effort feels like a bad bet. Why waste energy if the dice are loaded? That belief pattern has a name: an external locus of control, Rotter, 1954. Scale operationalized in 1966. Here's why it matters. When control feels external, your attention fragments. You check the calendar again, you refresh Slack. You scan for the moment conditions flip from hostile to friendly. Meanwhile, the clock moves, guilt rises, and your start window shrinks. The result isn't laziness, it's learned delay. And delay feeds shame, which feeds more delay. What is this trap precisely? It's attributing results primarily to forces you can't influence. Other people's decisions, market swings, the mood you woke up in, the room volume, the algorithm. It shows up as "I'll start when X calms down. I can't write until it's quiet. This boss ruins my day." Notice how each thought ties your ignition to something you don't control. The mechanism is simple. When outcomes feel uncontrollable, your brain downshifts effort. It's not irrational, it's protective. If your actions don't matter, effort equals pain with no payoff. That's learned helplessness dynamics, Seligman, 1967-1975. Repeated uncontrollability breeds passivity. Starting isn't hard because the task is hard. Starting is hard because agency feels low. A quick micro story. A client had a noon deadline for a brief. At 9 a.m., their manager dropped 2 chaotic messages. Instantly, their story became, "The manager blew up my morning." They opened the doc, then toggled to Slack, then to the calendar, then to email, waiting for quiet. By 11, panic. What actually stalled them? Not the messages, those took 5 minutes. It was the belief that those messages stole control. That belief kept them in monitoring mode instead of production mode. The hidden costs stack up fast. First, fragmented attention. You keep one ear on the world, so deep work never lights. Second, rising shame. You know you're not moving, so you tell yourself stories like "I'm behind again," which spikes stress. Third, avoidance snowball. The more you feel behind, the riskier starting feels, so you push it, which makes you feel more behind. This is the loop that doubles procrastination on high interruption days. How do you spot the trap in real time? Listen for conditional starts. If X changes, then I'll begin. If the trigger lives outside you, you're paused on an external switch. Watch for constant context checking. Slack every 2 minutes, email refreshes, scanning for a green light. That's not productivity, that's waiting. Also notice blame granularity. The market or meetings is huge and fuzzy. Fuzzy problems block crisp actions. Now here's where most people mess up. They try to fix this with toxic positivity or brute willpower. Ignore it, suck it up. Just focus harder. That backfires. Your brain doesn't buy lies, and willpower collapses under ambiguity. The fix isn't pretending constraints don't exist. It's targeting control precisely where it still exists. This clicked for me when I started separating inputs from outcomes. Outcomes are the results you want. Publish the piece, close the deal, ship the feature. Inputs are the levers you own. Minutes of focused work, drafts attempted, messages sent, reps completed, environment set. An external control mindset ties your effort to outcome volatility. An internal too-far mindset ties your identity to outcomes and blames you for everything. Both break. The useful path is to own inputs fully while accounting for constraints honestly, aligned with self-efficacy research. Bandura, 1977, 1997. Let me show you the shortcut nobody teaches. Before you start, ask, what's the smallest input I control that moves this forward in the next 15 minutes? Then commit to that input regardless of noise. When the room gets loud, your input might shift from drafting to outlining. When meetings stack, your input becomes a 10-minute collection sprint between calls. You're not lowering standards, you're matching levers to conditions so motion never stops. This is agency preserving and lowers initiation friction. Gallwitzer, 1999. Bandura, 1997. Common signs you're still in the trap. You plan to finish in one sitting, you wait for a long calm block to begin, you retry the same oversized first step, you use mood as a gate. I'm not in the zone yet. Each of these makes starting depend on weather. Replace them with lever-first actions. Timer, outline, relocate, microscope, or mode swap. Here's a fast exercise to break the spell. Write one sentence. Even if X, I control Y, fill X with the constraint you're facing. Fill Y with a lever you can execute now. For example, even if Slack pings, I control 15 minutes on 3 bullets. Say it out loud, then act. That shift from scanning to doing is the moment agency returns. If you remember nothing else from this section, external control stories feel true because they describe real constraints, but they're incomplete. The missing piece is your lever. Find it, shrink it, and start. Once you nail that, everything else clicks because you've restored the one thing procrastination hates, felt control. Internal vs external, the useful middle. Now, before we turn this into a full system, you need the mindset that makes it work under pressure. Pure internal control sounds tough, but it quietly turns into self-blame. Pure external control feels realistic, but it leads to quitting. The useful middle is where you own your levers fully while accounting for constraints honestly. That's how you start consistently without beating yourself up. This mirrors the self-efficacy pathway. Bandura, 1977, 1997. Belief in controllable action drives initiation and persistence. Why do the extremes fail? If you go all internal, every bad outcome becomes my fault. That spikes shame, which hijacks attention, and you avoid to escape the feeling. If you go all external, you wait for perfect weather, and the engine never turns over. Both paths produce the same result, no start. The middle path protects your drive and your sanity. Here's the model I use because it's simple and it maps to real life. Outcomes equal actions times context. You don't control context, noise, timing, a client delay, but you do control actions. Minutes of focused work, number of attempts, the environment you set, the process you follow. Your job is to maximize the actions multiplier inside the context you've got. That way, you get motion today and better odds over time. Implementation intentions, Gallwitzer, 1999, make these actions more automatic under stress. Let me show you exactly how this looks with concrete examples. Market slump, you can't move the market, but you can increase daily outreach attempts, tighten your follow-up script, and batch your calls in your highest energy hour. Those actions amplify results when the market improves and still produce wins now. Rain ruined your run plan? You don't control weather, but you can control an indoor workout, 20 minutes of bodyweight circuits or a rowing session. Fitness compounds from consistency, not from a perfect route. Team interruptions all afternoon? You may not control the schedule today, but you can set 2 10-minute microsprints between calls to collect assets and write placeholders. That means tomorrow's deep block starts fast because your first stones are laid. This clicked for a student when they stopped owning blame and started owning levers. They used to say, I failed because the office was loud. Now they say, even with noise, my lever is headphones plus outline bullets for 15 minutes. Same constraint, different locus, inputs, not outcomes. Now here S where most people mess up in this middle zone. They confuse taking responsibility with owning outcomes. When the result is poor, they turn inward, judge themselves, and try to grind harder without changing levers. That's blame, not control. The other mistake is denying constraints like their weakness. Pretending you have infinite energy at 4 p.m. or that your toddler won't interrupt isn't brave. It's bad planning. We respect constraints so we can pick better levers. So how do you apply the useful middle in seconds? Use this bifocal check. First lens, constraints, name the real factors you can't move in the next hour. Second lens, levers, list 2 controllable inputs that still move the work. Then pick one lever and run a 15-minute slice. That's it. Bifocal means you see the weather and still drive the car. Let's put it on a script you can steal. Given X constraint, my lever is Y action for Z minutes. Examples. Given 3 meetings, my lever is collecting links for 10 minutes. Given low energy, my lever is a review pass for 15. Given a noisy house, my lever is noise app plus outline 3 bullets. Say it out loud. It clears the fog and gets you moving. The reason this works is you align effort with probability. You can't directly command outcomes, but you can stack inputs that make outcomes more likely. Inputs also generate feedback you can actually use. Minutes, reps, drafts, these are visible and adjustable. When you track inputs, you spot what moved the needle and you can repeat it tomorrow. Quick micro story. A sales pro kept tying their mood to pipeline health. Slow week, low mood, no outreach. We switched to input control. 15 conversations a day, tracked, script optimized weekly. 2 months later, pipeline doubled, not because the market changed, but because their actions multiplied consistently inside the same context. Common pitfalls to watch today. Saying I'll make up for it this weekend instead of adjusting scope now, scheduling a heroic 3-hour block that never happens, treating motivation as a gate instead of a byproduct. Replace each with a control move. Scale the task, pick the next lever, and start for 2 minutes. Motivation follows motion. If you remember nothing else here, own actions fully, factor context honestly. Ask, what's the lever I control that matters most in this context? Then run it for 10-15 minutes. That's the useful middle. Once you nail that, everything else clicks because you've got a mindset that survives messy days. Next, we'll turn this mindset into a method you can run on autopilot. The control ladder, from zero to momentum. This next part turns mindset into a method. When you're stuck, clarity beats willpower. So we use a simple tool, the control ladder. It gives you 5 rungs to check, bottom to top, so you always know the next lever to pull. The rule is simple. Pick the lowest unstable rung and fix it fast. Once that rung is steady, you climb. It operationalizes, control what you can from Locus of Control research, Rotter, 1966, and boosts self-efficacy, Bandura, 1997, by creating quick wins. Rung 1 is mind. That's your immediate mental state and attention cues. If your brain is scattered, you won't use higher rungs well. Fast fixes here are breath reset, a 1-line intention, and a single focus target. Script it. For 15 minutes I'm moving X forward by doing Y, also remove mental friction. Close extra tabs, silence non-critical notifications, park unrelated tasks on a capture list so they stop yelling at you. Rung 2 is environment. If the space fights you, attention leaks. Quick levers, headphones or a noise app move to a quieter spot, full screen your document, phone in a drawer, water within reach, chair adjusted, lighting fixed. Think 1-minute tweaks that remove obvious drag. Most people skip this, then blame themselves for not focusing in a slot machine setup. Rung 3 is process. That's how you start and move through the task. If the process is fuzzy, you hesitate. Install a simple checklist or sequence. For writing, open doc, drop 3 bullets, set 15-minute timer, draft ugly. For analysis, gather inputs, define question, choose method, run 1 pass. For email, triage 5, archive or reply, batch the rest. Process reduces decision drag, so motion is automatic. Rung 4 is skill. Sometimes you're stalled because you don't know how to do the next move. Don't brute force ignorance. Shrink scope and borrow a pattern. Levers here, use a template, watch a 2-minute reference, copy a proven structure, or practice a micro drill. The key is to keep moving while you level up. Skill grows fastest when attached to a real, tiny attempt. Rung 5 is stake. That's your reason to care and the feedback loop that keeps you honest. Light stakes work best. A visible input log, a quick done emoji in a channel, a 5-minute end-of-day note to future you. You can also add gentle external visibility, like a silent carking session or a buddy ping. Stakes should nudge, not paralyze. Now let me show you exactly how to use the ladder in under a minute. Ask, which rung is wobbling right now? If you feel mentally foggy, fix mind, breathe, state intention, close stray tabs. If noise is pulling you, fix environment, headphones, full screen, phone away. If you're hovering unsure how to begin, fix process, run your start script. If you're stuck on a missing skill, fix skill, grab a template or do a smaller slice you can do. If you're drifting because it doesn't matter, fix stake, set a 15-minute input log and a tiny public check. Examples make this stick. Writing in a noisy house? Mind, intention line, environment, noise app, process, 3-bullet start, skill, plug a blog template, stake, log minutes. Research task with unclear steps. Mind, define the question, process, checklist, collect 5 sources, skim abstracts, extract 3 quotes. Skill, use a citation template. Stake, drop a 1-paragraph update to your team. Designing slides under time pressure. Environment, full screen builder, process. Outline titles first, then images, then text. Skill, steal a slide library. Stake, send a draft to appear in 30 minutes. Now here's where most people mess up. They jump rungs. They obsess over outcomes, polish, metrics, approval, while mind and environment are still wobbling. Or they try to fix results directly, which you don't control. The latter keeps you anchored to inputs. Also, don't treat rungs as a to-do list. You're not required to touch all 5. You're scanning for the lowest friction point and pressing there. Quick drill for your top task today. Write the task name. Scan the rungs. Circle the first one that feels unstable. Choose one lever you can do in under 30 seconds. Do it now. Then set a 15-minute timer and start. At the end, log your input and note which rung mattered most. That's your custom playbook forming. The reason this works is it turns a vague, be productive goal into a concrete sequence. Each rung captures a class of controllable levers. By fixing the lowest one, you remove the biggest source of start friction with minimal effort. Do this a few times and starting stops feeling heroic. It's just, check the ladder, pull the lever, begin. Once you run the ladder a few days, you'll notice patterns. Maybe environment is your chronic wobble, so you standardize headphones and full screen. Maybe process is weak for writing, so you tattoo the 3-bullet start. That's momentum. Stable rungs, faster starts, calmer focus. Now that the ladder is in place, let's automate your first 2 minutes so ignition becomes effortless. Constraint triage, progress under imperfection. Now we make progress when conditions aren't ideal. Constraint triage is how you adjust the plan without abandoning it. You're not lowering standards. You're right-sizing today's lever so motion continues and confidence stays intact. Why triage at all? Because real limits, energy, time, environment change hour to hour. If you don't adapt, you default to all or nothing. That triggers avoidance and a shame spike. Triage gives you a third option: scale, swap, or shift so you still move the ball. Here's the simple flow. Ask 3 questions in order. Can I adjust scope? Can I swap the medium or mode? Can I control timing? If the first lands, stop there and act. If not, go to the next. You're hunting the smallest change that preserves momentum. Adjust scope means shrink the deliverable without breaking the thread. Cut depth, sample size, polish, or length, but keep the core. Examples: instead of write the full section, write 2 ugly bullets per subsection. Instead of clean the inbox, do triage 10 and archive. Scope is the fastest lever when you're squeezed. Swap the medium or mode means change how you work to match your state or the environment. Low energy? Switch from creation to review or from typing to voice notes. Distracting space? Move from deep synthesis to collecting references. High interruption? Do batching tasks that tolerate stops, renaming files, clipping quotes, organizing links. Control timing means reposition the task inside your day. You might slide the heavy lift to your highest energy hour and run a smaller feeder task now. Or you do 2 short sprints bracketing a meeting instead of chasing a mythical 3-hour block. The goal isn't later, it's smarter placement. Let me show you exactly how this looks in common scenarios. You're drained after back-to-back calls. Instead of forcing a dense write, adjust scope and mode. Do a 15-minute review pass on yesterday's draft. Mark obvious cuts, highlight gaps, and drop 3 placeholders. That keeps the thread alive and sets up an easier start tomorrow. Your apartment is loud. Environment is wobbly, so swap mode. Headphones on, noise app, and a bullet outline. Task: outline 3 section headers and 1 bullet each for 15 minutes. Words can be messy. Structure first, polish later. You only have 12 minutes before your next meeting. Control timing and scope. Run a micro sprint. Collect 5 links I'll need, or rename assets and drop them into the doc. That way your next deep block starts with friction removed. You're mentally foggy but physically fine. Swap the medium, walk and dictate. Prompt: 1 idea per sentence about the intro. 5 minutes of voice notes gives you raw material without wrestling the keyboard. You hit a tool outage or a slow laptop. Adjust scope and mode. Brainstorm on paper, sketch the flow, or draft a checklist. Progress is the game, the platform can catch up. Here are the mistakes that kill triage. Binary thinking: if I can't do the perfect version, it's worthless. Perfection isn't the point, continuity is. Random swaps, changing tasks entirely instead of scaling the same task. Keep the thread so your brain doesn't need a cold start later. Endless rescheduling, pushing to later without a feeder action now. Always leave a breadcrumb, outline, links, placeholders. A quick mental model to anchor this: SSM, scope, swap, move. Say it when you feel stuck. SSM: I'll cut to 2 bullets, switch to outline mode, and move the deep draft to 9 a.m., speak it, then set a 10-15-minute timer and go. Let me give you a micro story. A client with toddlers had a chaotic hour every evening and kept skipping writing. We ran SSM, scope to 100 words, swap to voice notes while pacing, move deep edit to 6:30 a.m. in a week. They stacked 700 rough words without a single quiet evening. The difference wasn't willpower, it was triage. If you remember nothing else, match the lever to the day you actually have. Adjust scope first, swap the mode if needed, move the timing if you must. Then start for 10-15 minutes. Progress under imperfection beats waiting for perfect conditions every time. The 2-minute control start protocol. Starting is the bottleneck, not the working. The more decisions in your first minute, the more drag you feel. So we're going to pre-wire ignition with a tiny protocol you can run on autopilot. It's 2 minutes, it's scripted, and it removes the "should I start?" debate that eats your morning. This is a practical use of implementation intentions. If X, then I do Y, from Gallwitzer, 1999. Here's the idea in 1 line. You'll create a start script for each task type you do often, then trigger it with a phrase and move immediately. Think of it like a runway checklist: light, fast, repeatable. Once you initiate, momentum takes over. Let me show you exactly how it works. Step 1, pick a trigger phrase. Keep it short and behavioral. Examples: start script writing, start script study, start script outreach, start script exercise. You say it, and the next move is no longer a choice, it's a sequence. Step 2, define your 2-minute motion. This is the smallest visible action that puts you in contact with the work. It must be doable without thinking. For writing, open the doc, drop 3 ugly bullets, set a 2-minute timer, and type continuously until the timer ends. For study, open your deck, start a 2-minute timer, answer 10 flashcards out loud. For outreach, open your CRM, paste your template, fill name and 1 line of context, cue 1 message. For exercise, shoes on, start music, 20 bodyweight squats. The motion matters more than the content, we're igniting. Step 3, set a micro-win marker. It's a clear binary "did I start?" signal. Examples: typed 3 bullets, reviewed 10 cards, sent 1 message, logged 1 rep. The marker ends the 2 minutes and creates a success tick you can bank. Step 4, extend or stop. When the 2-minute timer ends, you check in. If the friction is gone, extend to a 10-15-minute slice. If you're still wobbly or the moment's cramped, stop with a win and schedule the next slice. Either way, you just converted intention into action with almost no willpower. Why does this work? It compresses the decisions stack into a tiny, rehearsed script. You're not choosing how to start, you're running a start. That removes ambiguity, which is what anxiety feeds on. It also boosts perceived control, Bandura, 1997, and follows the action automation pattern shown by implementation intentions, Gallwitzer, 1999. The micro-win then makes continuing feel natural. Now, before we continue, you need to understand the common failure modes so you don't fall into them. The first is planning instead of starting. People open their notes and start reorganizing, or they tweak the template for 5 minutes. Not allowed in the first two. The start is motion in the work, not meta work about the work. The second is making the first step too big. If your writing start is draft the intro paragraph, your brain will negotiate. Keep it 3 ugly bullets. The third is stacking multiple scripts. Don't mix writing and research in the same 2 minutes. 1 trigger, 1 motion. Let me give you start scripts you can swipe. Writing, start script, writing. Open the doc, title it rough date, write 3 ugly bullets. Problem, why it matters, first step. Set a 2-minute timer, type continuously. Micro-win, 3 bullets typed. Study, start script, study. Open deck, 2-minute timer, answer 10 cards out loud, mark any unsure. Micro-win, 10 cards answered. Outreach, start script, outreach. Open CRM, paste template, personalize first line, Q1 send. Micro-win, 1 message queued. Analysis, start script, analysis. Open sheet, paste data, write 1 question at top, run 1 quick filter. Micro-win, 1 filter result. Design, start script, design. Open slide deck, add 3 title slides with placeholder headings, drop 1 reference image. Micro-win, 3 titles added. Exercise, start script, exercise. Shoes on, 2-minute EMOM, 10 squats each minute. Micro-win, 20 squats. Now let me show you exactly how to build your own. Pick a task you do 3 times a week or more. Name the trigger. Start script, task. Define a 20-second first move, a 2-minute motion, and a micro-win. Write it on a sticky or save it as a text snippet you can paste. The moment you say the trigger, you execute the moves without negotiation. A quick micro story. A developer kept burning 25 minutes booting up after lunch. We wrote, start script, code. Open IDE, load branch, write a failing test for the next function, set 2 minutes, make it fail loudly. Micro-win, 1 failing test exists. 2 days later, their average restart time dropped under 4 minutes, and most days they extended automatically. One more tip that separates beginners from pros: put your start scripts at point of use. For writing, paste the script at the top of your template. For study, make the first card your start steps. For outreach, pin the script inside your template. Reduce the distance between trigger and motion. If you remember nothing else, trigger phrase, 2-minute motion, micro-win marker, extend or stop. Install 1 start script today and you'll feel the bottleneck disappear. Once ignition is reliable, everything else in your system compounds. Low-pressure accountability plus input feedback loops. Ignition S in place. Now we keep it going without turning your day into a performance review. Heavy accountability spikes anxiety and drags you back into avoidance. We want light pressure and tight feedback on inputs, the things you actually control, so momentum feels safe and repeatable. This aligns with research that controllable metrics and proximal goals increase persistence via self-efficacy, Bandura, 1997. Here's the principle in 1 line: make your work visible to yourself, lightly visible to others, and measure inputs, not outcomes. Outcomes are lagging and volatile. Inputs are immediate and adjustable. When you see controllable progress, you keep showing up. Let's start with commitments that are visible to self, light to others. The simplest is a daily input log. 1 line per focus block, task type, minutes, lever used. Example, writing, 17-min timer plus 3 bullets. You're not judging quality, you're recording reps. Seeing a short list of completed blocks at 4 p.m. calms the I did nothing story. If you want a touch of social visibility without pressure, try silent coworking. You and a friend join a 30-minute focus room, cameras optional, mics off. Drop your start script in chat, run your block, emoji at the end. No critique, no show the work. It's a human nudge to start on time. Another light layer, daily check emoji. In a small channel or group text, post a single icon that means I ran 1 control block. That's it. No streaks to police, no essay updates. The point is a tiny public commitment that you can meet on your worst day. Now on to tracking. Track inputs that map to your levers. Minutes of focused work, reps attempted, drafts produced, outreach messages sent, sets completed. Do not track outcomes in the daily log, no word counts, no revenue, no likes. Those belong in periodic reviews. Daily is for ignition and continuity. Here's a compact input schema you can steal. Columns, date, task type, minutes, start script used, YN, ladder, rung fixed, micro-win achieved, YN, note on lever. You'll learn a ton from minutes 14, process fix, micro-win yes lever, 3 bullets. Patterns jump out fast. Which start scripts you actually use, which rungs wobble, which levers unlock starts. To make this painless, bind the log to your block. The control block ends with a 30-second log entry, no exceptions. If you skip logging, you'll forget what worked, and you'll reinvent the wheel tomorrow. Now the feedback loop that compounds results, a weekly input review. 10 minutes, same time each week. Pull your log. Ask 4 questions. 1. Which lever did I use most, and did it reduce start time? 2. Which ladder rung was unstable most often? 3. What task type generated the highest? Extend after 2 minutes rate? 4. What one tweak will I try next week? Make one adjustment, not 5. If environment was your chronic wobble, pre-pack headphones and set full screen as your default. If process blocked writing, hardwire the 3 bullet start into your template. If stake drifted, commit to silent coworking twice. The rule is small, surgical changes that improve the ignition or reduce friction. Now here's where people mess up. They pick perfection metrics, pages per hour, flawless output, hitting an arbitrary streak. Those create fear. Fear kills starts. We celebrate starts and inputs. Quality comes later and often faster when starting is reliable. Another trap is vanity numbers. Tracking hours at the desk or counting tasks touched looks productive, but tells you nothing about controlled inputs that move the work. If a metric doesn't guide tomorrow's lever selection, drop it. A third mistake is changing too many variables at once. If you switch your time, space, process, and tool in the same week, you won't know what helped. Adjust one lever, observe for a week, then decide. Let me give you a micro story. A designer felt behind daily and avoided starting. We installed a 15-minute input log and a daily check emoji in a tiny peer channel. First week, 8 logs, 6 micro-wins, most using titles first, start script. The review showed process was the unlock, not more time. Week 2, they standardized that script and added silent coworking twice. Starts became automatic and the panic narrative faded. If you want a little gamification without stress, use tokens. Every micro-win earns a tally. 10 tallies buys a small reward, a walk, a coffee, a playlist session. This rewards controllable action and keeps morale high without outcome pressure. Let me show you exactly how to set this up today. Step 1, create a one-page input tracker, paper, notes app, or spreadsheet. Add those columns. Step 2, pick your light accountability, silent coworking, daily emoji, or both. Step 3, schedule a 10-minute weekly review on your calendar with the 4 questions pasted in the event. Step 4, run one control block and log it. If you remember nothing else, make starts visible, track inputs you control, and review weekly to choose one lever to improve. Light accountability keeps anxiety low. Input feedback makes you smarter every week. Combine them and consistency shows up without force. Cognitive reframes that restore agency. We've built levers and light feedback. Now let's tune the language you use in your head, because words shape what your brain thinks is possible. The goal isn't slogans, it's surgical phrasing that puts you back in control of the next move without denying reality. These reframes counter learned helplessness appraisals, Seligman, 1975, and build self-efficacy through specific, controllable actions, Bandura, 1997. Start with the simplest flip. Have to becomes choose to. I have to write sounds like a demand from the sky, you'll resist it. I choose to write for 15 minutes puts your hand on the wheel. It doesn't magically make it fun, but it tells your nervous system the action is voluntary, which lowers friction. Next, carve an up-to-me slice out of any constraint. You might not control the meeting load, but you do control a slice. It's up to me to run 2 10-minute sprints. When you specify the slice, you stop arguing with the constraint and start moving inside it. This is the practical middle we've been building. a powerful timing reframe is until versus unless. I'll write unless the day gets chaotic, invites chaos to cancel you. I'll write until the next meeting creates a clear window you can actually use. Set a timer and harvest the minutes you do control. Here are a few scripts you can steal and adapt. Even if X, I control Y, today's lever is, given X, my first 2 minutes are, I'm choosing the smallest useful version. Keep these short and actionable. The test is, can you say it and act in 5 seconds? Let me show you exactly how this sounds in messy moments. Meetings day, old story, no time to write. Reframe, I choose 2 10-minute sprints. Even with meetings, I control 20 minutes. First sprint, outline 3 headers. Low energy, old story, I can't focus. Reframe, given low energy, I choose a review pass for 15. I control highlights and cuts. Noisy house, old story, it's impossible here. Reframe, even if it's loud, I control headphones plus a bullet outline for 15. This clicked for a client when they replaced I'm behind with I'm between reps. Behind triggers shame and avoidance. Between reps implies the next rep is available now. Small words, big behavior change. Now here S where most people mess up. They use absolutes. Always, never, everyone, everything. Absolutes make problems feel global and permanent, which crushes motivation. Swap them for specifics and time boxes. For 15 minutes, I'll do X. Another trap is catastrophizing timelines. If I don't finish today, it's ruined. Replace it with a plan. If I don't finish, I'll bank the outline and schedule a 20-minute finish block at 9 a.m. A quick mental device to keep the language grounded. AAA, agent, action, amount. Name the agent I choose, the action, outline bullets, and the amount 15 minutes. I choose outline bullets for 15. Say it, then move. Let's add a few more reframes that pay off fast. Swap try for do a rep. I'll try to study is mushy. I'll do 1 2-minute flashcard rep is concrete. Replace motivation with motion. I need motivation becomes I need 2 minutes of motion. Swap perfect for useful. I need a perfect intro becomes I need a useful first draft. Use question prompts to unlock agency. What's the smallest helpful version? What can I finish in 10 minutes that my future self will thank me for? Which ladder rung is actually wobbling? Questions pull you out of drama and into problem solving. Language also helps you recover fast. When you slip, avoid identity labels like I'm inconsistent. Use process language. I missed a block, I'm running the reset. 60-second reframe, 2-minute start, smallest ladder fix. That script gets you moving again without a shame tax. Let me give you a micro story. A founder used to say, investors are waiting, I can't send a messy update. They destall for days, we rewrote it. I choose a useful update, 3 bullets and a chart in 15. Even if it's rough, I control the first draft today. They sent it the same hour and follow-up calls booked. The context hadn't changed, the language had. Quick practice right now. Write 3, I can't lines you've said this week. Rewrite each with an even if X, I control Y or AAA structure. Example, I can't work with kids home becomes even if kids are home, I choose a 12-minute outline sprint after snack time. Say each out loud, then run one for 10 minutes. If you remember nothing else, words are levers. Choose language that specifies agency, action, and amount. Speak it, then move. Your brain believes what your body does next. Anti-Relapse plan, when control slips. Busy weeks, bad nights, surprise fires, you will slip. That's normal. The win is recovering fast without the shame spiral. Think of this as roadside assistance for your focus. Quick signals, a simple reset, and a tiny plan that works on your worst day. The reset sequence restores perceived control quickly. Bandura, 1997, and disrupts helplessness loops. Seligman, 1975. First, know your signals so you catch the slide early. Signal 1, avoidance spikes. You're suddenly researching for 30 minutes or rearranging folders instead of starting. Signal 2, the when X ends story shows up. When this project calms down, I'll get back on track. Signal 3, physical clutter grows, your desk gets messy, tabs multiply, reminders scatter. Those cues mean agency is slipping and the external control story is creeping back. Now the reset sequence. It's 3 steps you can run in 90 seconds. Step 1, the 60-second control reframe. Say it out loud. What small lever is 100% mine in the next 15 minutes? Name the constraint, then name the lever. Step 2, trigger your start script for that task type. 2 minutes micro win. Step 3, stabilize the lowest control ladder rung that's wobbling, mind, environment, or process using a 30-second fix. Breath and intention line, headphones and full screen, or paste your 3 bullets start. Let me show you exactly how it plays when you're off your game. You notice you've been scrolling for 20 minutes. Signal caught. Reframe. Even if I'm frazzled, I control a 2-minute right start. Start script. Open doc, 3 ugly bullets typed to timer. Ladder fix. Close extra tabs. In under 3 minutes, you're back in motion, and the shame tax never gets a chance to grow. Pre-commit a bad day version for each task type so you don't have to invent it mid-slump. Writing bad day, 100 words max, 3 bullets allowed, noise app on. Study bad day, 10 flashcards out loud, mark unsure. Outreach bad day, 1 message with template, personalize first line. Exercise bad day, 2 minutes, 20 squats. These are not compromises, they're continuity anchors. The brain learns, even on bad days, I show up, which protects identity and motivation. Add a social rescue that's light, not heavy. Have a buddy you can ping with a single line. Reset block. You both run 10 minutes, then drop a check emoji. Or use a 10-minute focus room on demand, camera optional, no talking, just start together. The point isn't accountability through fear. It's borrowing momentum when yours is low. Common mistakes to avoid here: waiting for a big block to make it up. That grows pressure and delays the restart. Take the smallest win now, then schedule a larger block later, doing a full system overhaul after a slip. Change one lever, pre-pack headphones, pin your start script, or set a standing 10-minute reset alarm at your slump hour, turning the reset into a planning session. Planning is not the reset, motion is. Build a tiny kit you can reach for without thinking. 1 sticky with your reset script. Reframe right arrow, start script right arrow, lowest ladder fix. 1 card with your bad day versions. Headphones within arm's reach. A saved 2-minute timer preset. A single input log page open. Reduce the distance between noticing a slip and taking the first action. Micro story: an engineer's afternoons kept vanishing. At 2:30, they'd hit a wall, open Slack, and never return. We installed a 2:25 alarm labeled reset, 2 minutes. Alarm hits, they run start script, code, write a failing test, headphones on. Average restart under 4 minutes. Missed a day, bad day version kicked in, rename failing test, add 1 assert. Momentum survived tight sprints and production fires. If you remember nothing else, don't negotiate with slips. Catch the signal, run the reset, reframe, 2-minute start, smallest ladder fix, then use your bad day version. If you need a nudge, call a 10-minute rescue. Fast recovery beats perfect streaks every time. Daily operating system, the control block. You've got the tools. Now we'll put them in a simple daily container so you don't rebuild the system every morning. I call it the control block. It's 1 repeatable focus unit you can drop into your day. Each block is the same shape: a 30-second pre-brief, a quick ladder pick, a 2-minute start, 45-60 minutes of focused work, then a 30-second log. Add a 5-minute buffer before the next block. That's it: predictable ignition, clean execution, light review. Let me walk you through it in real time so you can run one today. Phase 1, 30-second pre-brief. Stand or sit tall, 2 slow breaths, then say your AAA aloud. Agent action amount. I choose outline bullets for 50 minutes. Write a 1-line intention at the top of your doc. Move draft to rough complete by outlining sections and writing ugly text. This sets target, scope, and tone. Useful beats perfect. Phase 2, control ladder pick. Scan the rungs in 5 seconds and fix the lowest wobble. Mind, 1 breath, tabs closed, timer ready. Environment, headphones on, phone away, full screen on. Process, paste your start script or checklist at the top. Skill, pull a template if you need it. Stake, open your input log so it's visible. Choose 1 lever you can do in under 30 seconds. Do it now. Phase 3, 2-minute control start. Trigger your script. Start script, writing. Open the doc, type 3 ugly bullets, set the 2-minute timer, and move. Micro win achieved? Great. Most days you'll feel the friction drop and naturally slide into the deep block. Phase 4, 45-60 minutes focused. Set your main timer for the block length you actually have. Beginners start with 45, veterans can run 60. During the block, you use SSM to adapt without stopping. Adjust scope if you slow down, swap mode if energy dips, or move heavy thinking to your best minutes later and keep laying track stone now. You're not allowed to plan the rest of your day inside the block. If a thought shows up, capture it on a small pad and return to the lever you chose. If interruptions hit, triage in seconds. Given the ping, I finish this paragraph, then check. Protect momentum, don't chase perfection. Phase 5, 30-second log. When the timer ends, don't vanish. Log your input immediately. Date, task, minutes, start script used, ladder, rung fixed, micro and yes, no, note the lever. Example, April 12, writing 52, Y environment, Y, noise app plus 3 bullets. This closes the loop, rewards the right thing, and feeds your weekly review. Now, templates by task type, so your blocks start fast. Writing template, pre-brief line, paste the 3 bullets start at the top, section outline stub, timer links at the bottom. Study template, first card is your start script, deck filtered to today's tags, timer set to 5010. Outreach template, CRM view saved with today's leads, message template pinned, start script in the notes. Exercise template, warm-up checklist, EMOM or timer preset, micro-win defined. Use buffers. After each block, take a 5-minute chaos absorber. Stand up, water, quick inbox, sweep limited to 3 actions, stretch, or a short walk. Buffers help your brain close one context and open the next without carryover noise. Skip the buffer and your next block starts with residue. Common mistakes to avoid. Stacking too many blocks in one day. 2 quality blocks beat 4 half-baked ones. Start with 1 daily block for a week, then add a second if you're finishing strong. Another mistake, skipping the pre-brief because I know what I'm doing. The pre-brief is tiny but powerful. It sets intention and scope, which prevents drift. Third mistake, running back-to-back blocks without a buffer. That's how fatigue sneaks in and quality falls off. Respect the 5-minute reset. Now let me show you exactly how to install this in your calendar. Pick a 60-minute window tomorrow in your best energy zone. Title it Control Block. Paste this in the description. Pre-brief 30s right arrow ladder pick right arrow 2 minutes start right arrow 50 minutes focused right arrow log 30s right arrow buffer 5. Add your start script for the task in that block. Set alerts at -2 minutes and at end. If your day is chaotic, run micro-blocks. The same structure compressed to 20-25 minutes. Pre-brief 15 seconds, 2-minute start, 15-20 minutes focused, log, 3-minute buffer. 2 micro-blocks between meetings beat a day of waiting for a mythical 3-hour slot. Micro-story, a founder installed 1 morning control block with writing as the anchor. Pre-brief, ladder fix, start script, 50 minutes, log. After 2 weeks, their average time to start dropped under 3 minutes, and they shipped 2 newsletters they delayed for months. They didn't add hours, they added a container. Advanced tweak once you're steady. Theme your blocks by day so process and environment stay stable. Monday writing, Tuesday outreach, Wednesday analysis. Fewer mode switches mean less friction, but only add themes after you've run at least 7 blocks and your starts feel automatic. If you remember nothing else, don't build a new plan each day, run the same block. Pre-brief, ladder pick, 2-minute start, focus, slice, log, buffer. 1 control block today beats 10 intentions. Run it once. Then decide if you want a second. Advanced upgrades, expand your control radius. You've got ignition and a daily container. Now let's widen your control radius so momentum takes less effort. Think of this as compounding leverage, small upgrades that remove friction before it shows up. We'll hit 4 areas: skills that standardize output, environments that default to focus, processes that run themselves, and stakes that nudge without stress. Start with skill compounding. Templates, checklists, and libraries turn one-off effort into reusable assets. Build a template the moment you do something twice. Writing, create a rough outline with placeholders for problem, stakes, path, and next steps. Outreach, save a message skeleton with personalized first-line prompts and a follow-up cadence. Analysis, keep a checklist for imports, sanity checks, and a standard visualization set. And build libraries, swipe files of headlines you like, code snippets you trust, slide layouts that work. The thing most people miss is that skill growth isn't just knowledge, it's access. When the pattern is 1 click away, you start faster and finish steadier. This clicked for a client when they realized every new deck used the same 5 slide types. We built a 5-slide starter pack inside their tool. Their first draft time fell by half because they stopped inventing scaffolds. Do the same. Identify your repeating shapes and capture them once. Now, environment engineering. Defaults beat discipline. Set your tools to open in work mode, not social mode. Browser starts with your project dashboard, not a news tab. Writing opens full screen with your start script at the top. Headphones live on your chair, not in a bag. Phone goes to another room by default during blocks. Create physical cues, a single clear desk zone with your notebook and water ready. Add friction to distractions. Remove social shortcuts, require a passcode to open entertainment apps during focus hours, or move them to a separate device. A small but powerful tweak is entry cues. A desk lamp that turns on when a block starts, a focus, screen wallpaper, or a sticky with your AAA line at eye level. Your brain learns, when I see this, we start. The game changer nobody talks about is exit cues too. A small tray for your laptop, a shutdown line you repeat, a timer chime you don't snooze. Clean exits protect the next entry. Process automation next. Batching and simple SOPs reduce decision load. Batch similar tasks by energy and tool, write on one morning, outreach on an afternoon, design in a single block. Create micro SOPs, the 3 to 5 steps you always forget, so ramp up is automatic. Example, publish checklist, spell check links, alt text, preview, schedule. Put these inside the tool where you use them. If meetings are destroying focus time, try anti-meetings. Replace status updates with async notes, send pre-reads with a clear comment by time, and set default 25-minute slots with 5-minute buffers. You're not dodging collaboration, you're structuring it so it doesn't bulldoze deep work. Light automation tools help too. Text expanders for start scripts and common responses. Calendar holds for control blocks that auto-accept. A form to capture ideas straight into your project list. Keep it simple. If it breaks often, it's not an upgrade. Now, stake design. We want stakes that increase care without spiking fear. Use small bets. Publish a draft to a tiny audience, share a prototype with one peer, set a soft deadline with a ship something useful definition. Public prototypes. Posting a rough version labeled V1, invite feedback while protecting your psyche. Pair that with boundary scripts so others respect your control blocks. Keep them friendly and specific. I'm heads down 9:11. Can we do a quick sync after 11:15? Or, I'll send a first pass by 3 p.m., then incorporate notes tomorrow. These turn boundaries from vibes into schedules. One more upgrade, decision libraries. Pre-decide recurring choices so you don't debate daily. Example categories. What earns a deep block, what gets triaged to micro blocks, what gets declined. Write one-sentence rules. If it requires original thinking, it gets a morning block. If it's admin under 10 minutes, batch it at 3 p.m. If it's a meeting without an agenda, request an agenda or propose a sync. These rules widen your control by removing micro-negotiations. Common mistakes to avoid as you upgrade. Over-engineering, building a complex system you won't maintain. Every upgrade must remove steps, not add them. Copying someone else's stack wholesale. Borrow patterns, keep your tools simple, and adding heavy accountability in the name of stakes. If your heart rate spikes when you think about a commitment, it's too heavy. Go lighter and scale only after consistency shows up. Let me give you a quick install plan you can do this week. Day 1, build one template you'll use twice this week. Day 2, set 2 environment defaults, full screen start and phone away. Day 3, write one micro SOP for a recurring task. Day 4, install one text expander for your start script. Day 5, draft 2 boundary scripts you'll actually say. Day 6, run a small bet, share a V1 with one person. Day 7, review which upgrade saved you the most time and double down. If you remember nothing else, widen control by removing choices before they show up. Templates, defaults, SOPs, small bets, and boundaries make starts easy and momentum cheap. Build one upgrade a day for a week, and your future blocks will feel lighter without trying harder. Case studies, control and action. Let me show you how this looks in the wild, so you can steal what works without guessing. Student writer first. They'd sit for hours getting ready to write, then bail. We installed the start protocol and input tracking. Their script. Start script, writing 3 ugly bullets, 2-minute timer. We paired it with a control ladder scan, mind intention line, environment noise app, process 3 bullet start, stake log minutes. The first week, they ran one 15-minute block a day, logging only minutes and the lever used. No word counts allowed. By week 2, they noticed a pattern. When they used the 3-bullet start, they extended 80% of blocks. So they tattooed it into their template. Daily pages appeared because ignition stopped being a debate. Input stacked, output followed. Now a sales pro, they blamed the market and waited for better weeks. We flipped to inputs, 15 conversations a day tracked. Control ladder prioritized environment and process. Headphones, CRM full screen, a 3-step sequence, open list, personalized first line send. We added a weekly input review, which message variant produced callbacks, which hour had the best connect rate. 2 months later, pipeline doubled, not magic, just consistent attempts inside the same market. The useful middle in action. They didn't control demand, but they multiplied actions that increased probability. An engineer next. Their afternoons evaporated into Slack swirl. We engineered environment and process. Default, IDE opens full screen with notifications off, Slack checks at top of the hour only. Start script, code write a failing test in 2 minutes. Microsop, pull request checklist pasted at the top. They used SSM at slump times. If energy dipped, they swapped to review or rename tests. If interruptions hit, they finished the current line before switching. Context switching dropped, and so did bugs. Process stability made performance predictable. A founder's calendar was the real boss. Meetings crushed deep work. We brought in boundary scripts and control blocks. Script 1, I'm heads down 9:11, quick after 11:15. Script 2, agenda or a sync update. We protected 1 morning writing block daily. Pre-brief, ladder pick, 2-minute start, 50 minutes, log. For accountability, they used a daily check emoji in a tiny peer channel. The result wasn't monk-like silence. It was one dependable block that shipped a weekly update and a monthly investor brief. The light visibility kept it consistent without pressure. What's the through line in all 4? They tracked inputs they controlled, not outcomes they didn't. The student logged minutes and micro wins, not word counts. The sales pro counted conversations, not closes. The engineer logged failing tests created, not story points done. The founder logged control blocks run, not subscribers gained. That shift changed their decisions. Inputs gave immediate feedback, which lever to try tomorrow, which rung to stabilize, which start script unlocked extension. Let me add one more hybrid example because it shows stack effects. A product marketer had launch chaos, a toddler at home, and a boss who loved late pings. We built a daily control block at 8:30 a.m., then layered upgrades across the week. Monday, they built a messaging template. Tuesday, they set environment defaults. Laptop in Do Not Disturb, phone in another room. Wednesday, they wrote a microsop for stakeholder update. Thursday, they installed a text expander for 3 start scripts. Friday, they ran a soft deadline, a V11 pager to appear. In 2 weeks, their time to start fell under 3 minutes, and the launch plan stayed on track despite interruptions. Not because life got easier, but because their control radius grew. A quick reality check, none of these people became robots. They had bad days. The difference was recovery. Each used the Anti-Relapse reset, 60-second reframe, 2-minute start, lowest rung fix. They ran bad day versions without shame, then reviewed inputs weekly to adjust one lever. That's how consistency survives mess. Take the piece that fits your world today. If you write, start with the 3-bullet script and a 15-minute log. If you sell, pick a daily attempt target and review what improves connect rates. If you code, make failing test first your ignition. If you lead, protect one control block and use boundary scripts. Inputs compound, outcomes follow when your levers are consistent. Rehooks woven in, payoff reminders and quick wins. Quick reminder why you're here. Faster starts, less procrastination, calmer focus, without waiting for perfect conditions. You don't need a new personality, you need a lever you'll pull in the next minute. Quick win, look at your current task and run the 10-second reframe, given X, my lever is Y for Z minutes. Say it out loud, then start a 2-minute motion. You'll feel the drag drop. Every 5-7 minutes, check the payoff. Starting in under 2 minutes means you'll stack more useful reps this week than last month. These tiny wins compound. You'll notice fewer lost afternoons, fewer doom scroll spirals, and more work that quietly ships on time. That's what a control radius buys you. Let's drop another quick win you can do now. Open the top task doc and paste your start script at the top. That's the next time saved, baked in. If it's noisy, pop on headphones and full screen your window. If your energy's low, switch to a review pass for 10 minutes. You're not lowering the bar, you're keeping the thread. Micro-story payoff. A student cut time to start from 40 minutes to 4 by scanning the control ladder and fixing environment first. Headphones, noise app, full screen, then the 3 bullets start. Same dorm, same noise, totally different ignition. The trick wasn't willpower, it was using the right rung. Here's a tiny challenge for this exact moment. Pick your current task and do a 10-second sweep. Mind, 1 breath, 1 line intention. Environment, phone away. Process, paste the start line. Start a 2-minute timer and move. Even if you stop after the micro win, you'll have a clean re-entry later. Preview the next payoff. In a minute, I'll show you the one mistake that quietly undoes all of this and how to flip it. If you've ever thought, I'll make up for it this weekend, that's the trap, classic all-or-nothing thinking. We'll replace it with a tiny move that protects momentum today. One more quick win before we go there. Write tomorrow's first lever on a sticky now. 8:30 a.m. start script, writing 3 bullets. Put it on your keyboard. That's a pre-decision that removes morning friction. Keep the loop tight. Faster starts, fewer stalls, calmer mind, that's the trilogy. To feel it today, run one control move right now. Then keep listening while it runs in the background. Common mistakes and fixes summary. Let S rapid fire the mistakes that kill momentum and the fixes that bring it back. Owning outcomes, not inputs. When people judge days by word counts or sales closed, they feel whiplash and avoid starting. Fix. Track inputs only, minutes, reps, drafts, attempts. Log them at the end of each block. Do a 10-minute weekly review to see which lever actually reduced time to start, then double down on that input. Binary all-or-nothing thinking. If I can't do the full version, I'll wait. That's a start killer. Fix. Use triage. Scale scope to the smallest useful version, swap mode to match energy, move timing inside the day without punting to later. SSM, scope, swap, move, spoken out loud keeps you honest. Over-accountability and pressure stakes. Heavy promises spike anxiety, which turns into avoidance. Fix. Keep accountability light. Use a daily input log, a check emoji, or silent coworking. Stakes should nudge, not threaten. If your heart rate jumps when you think about a commitment, scale it down. Skipping the first 2 minutes. People overplan the start and never touch the work. Fix. Pre-write start scripts for your top task types. Trigger with a phrase and run a 2-minute motion with a micro win marker. The job is motion, not meta work. Put the script at the point of use so you don't hunt for it. Ladder jumping. Trying to fix outcomes or polish while mind and environment are wobbling. Fix. Check the control ladder and stabilize the lowest rung first. Mind, breath, and intention. Environment, headphones, full screen, phone away. Process, 3-bullet start or checklist. Only then climb. Shame spirals after slips. Missing a block turns into I'm inconsistent, which turns into 3 missed days. Fix. Run the Anti-Relapse reset. 60-second reframe, 2-minute start, smallest ladder fix. Use your bad day version so continuity survives. If you need momentum, ping a buddy for a 10-minute rescue. Planning instead of starting. Reorganizing notes, tweaking templates, or hunting for the perfect resource in your first 2 minutes. Fix. Ban metawork during ignition. The start script is non-negotiable motion. Planning happens after you've earned it with a micro win or in a separate planning block. Heroic blocks that never happen. Scheduling 3-hour deep work and then waiting for perfect conditions. Fix. Run one control block daily. Same shape every time, pre-brief ladder pick, 2-minute start, 45-60 minutes, log buffer. If the day is chaotic, run micro blocks with the same steps compressed. Chasing vanity metrics. Time at desk, tabs open, tasks touched. None guide tomorrow's lever. Fix. Only track what changes behavior. If a metric doesn't tell you which rung to fix or which start script to use, delete it. Changing too many variables at once. New tool, new time, new room, new process. Now you don't know what worked. Fix. Adjust one lever per week. Observe, then decide. Small surgical tweaks compound. Denying constraints. Pretending you have infinite energy at 4 p.m. or that interruptions won't happen. Fix, bifocal control. Name the constraint clearly, name the lever you still control, run a 15-minute slice. Given 3 meetings, I collect links for 10. Language that removes agency. I have to, I can't, I'll try. Fix, AAA language, agent, action, amount. I choose outline bullets for 15. Pair it with even if X, I control Y, words that specify control drive behavior you can repeat. If you remember nothing else from this section, pick inputs over outcomes, smallest useful versions over all or nothing, and pre-wired starts over motivation hunts. Then fix the lowest ladder rung, run a 2-minute ignition, and log the rep. That's the playbook you can trust on busy days. Rapid recap and what to do today. Here's the whole thing boiled down. Control your levers, not the weather. You reduce procrastination by targeting inputs you own, start scripts, ladder fixes, tiny reps, and you review those inputs weekly to get smarter. Today's play is simple. Run the mini sequence once, 60-second control reframe, 2-minute start, then a 45-60-minute control block with a 30-second log. Track inputs only, minutes, reps, micro wins. Pick one task that actually matters and run it through this container once. Set a light accountability ping for tomorrow, a check emoji, or a 30-minute silent cowork session, so showing up feels safe and repeatable. Then calendar a 10-minute weekly review with 4 questions to choose one lever to tweak next week. Do this for 7 days and watch your time to start collapse, not because you tried harder, but because you removed decisions and stabilized the lowest rung first. That's how momentum survives messy weeks. The big takeaway, when you shift your focus to controllable levers, mind, environment, process, and ignite with a 2-minute start, procrastination loses its grip fast. Inputs compound, outcomes follow. Run one control block today. If you want the deeper protocols and templates, subscribe now and grab the Control Ladder Toolkit linked below. Then watch the next video where I install these blocks in a real calendar and handle meeting chaos in under 5 minutes. Start your first block while this plays. Appendix, scripts, prompt, templates. 60-second control reframe script, inspired by implementation intentions. Gallwitzer, 1999. Given X constraint, my lever is Y for Z minutes. Even if X continues, I control Y start now. Examples. Meetings day right arrow, I control 2 10-minute sprints. First sprint, outline 3 headers. Low energy, review past 15, highlight cuts and gaps. Noisy space, headphones plus bullet outline 12. 2-minute start scripts. Writing, start script, writing, open doc, title rough date. 3 ugly bullets, problem, why it matters first step, timer 2 minutes, type non-stop. Micro win, 3 bullets typed. Study, start script, study, open deck, timer 2. Answer 10 out loud, mark unsure, micro win 10 cards. Outreach, start script, outreach. Open CRM, paste template, personalize first line. Q1, micro win 1 queued. Analysis, start script, analysis. Open sheet, paste data, write 1 question, run 1 filter, micro win 1 result. Design, start script, design, open deck, add 3 title slides, drop 1 reference image, micro win 3 titles. Exercise, start script, exercise, shoes on, EMOM2 10 squats per minute, micro win 20 squats. Control ladder audit prompts. Which rung wobbles first? Mind, environment, process, skill, stake. What 30-second fix stabilizes it? What template or checklist reduces thinking? Input tracker template, columns, date task minutes start script, YN, rung fixed micro win, YN, lever note. Bad day protocol. Writing, 100 words max, 3 bullets allowed. Study, 10 cards out loud. Outreach, 1 message with template. Exercise, 2 minutes 20 squats. Light accountability menu. Daily check emoji. 30-minute silent cowork. Ship V1 to 1 peer weekly. Appendix, FAQs and edge cases. Let's handle the tricky stuff so you can keep moving when life isn't textbook. Where relevant, I'll note the research anchor succinctly. What if the constraints feel overwhelming? Kids home, non-stop meetings, low energy, tiny windows? Use ladder plus triage in pairs. First, name the constraint clearly so you stop arguing with it. Calls from 9-3, energy low by 2. Then pick a lever you own. Scope shrink to the smallest useful version. Swap, change the mode to match your state. Move, place the work in the best available window. Example, given calls 9-3, I'll run a 20-minute micro block at 8:30 and a 12-minute outline sprint at 3:15. If energy tanks, I swap to a review pass. The reason this works is you're no longer trying to change the weather, you're steering inside it. I have ADHD tendencies, restless, distractible, hard time sustaining. Shorten and strengthen the cues. Make your control blocks 20-30 minutes with a hard stop. Use louder entry cues, a physical timer, a lamp that turns on, headphones that only come on for blocks. Increase novelty inside guardrails. Rotate start scripts across 3 options so it doesn't feel stale, but keep the micro win consistent. Add stronger environment defaults. App blockers, 1-tab workspace, phone in another room. Use movement as ignition, 30 seconds of jumping jacks, then the 2-minute start. And make the input log visual, sticker grid, or big check marks so your brain gets immediate feedback. What about creative work, brainstorming, drafting, editing? Split ignition by mode. Divergent mode needs low friction and lots of reps. Convergent mode needs constraints and checklists. Divergent start script. Open doc, free write 150 words on the problem, no deletions. Microwin, 150 words, 3 mind map nodes, or 10 headline variants. Convergent start script. Open draft, run the clarity pass checklist on the first section. Cut, tighten, rearrange. Microwin, 1 clean paragraph or 1 slide finalized. If you stall, swap modes instead of stopping. Idea well is dry? Switch to convergence for 10 minutes on an existing chunk. I work in a team with calendars I don't control. Influence the levers you can touch. Agenda leverage, send pre-reads with a 1-line ask, read and comment by EOD, will use meeting time only for decisions. Meeting boundaries, default 25 minutes, I'll hold 5 minutes for buffers. Visibility without pressure, post a daily input snapshot in the channel, 2 blocks run, 1 doc drafted, so stakeholders feel looped in and you don't invite random pings. And use meeting adjacent micro blocks. 12 15-minute packets ready to run between calls, outline bullets, screenshot annotations, comment triage. What if I'm burned out, no gas in the tank? Switch to recovery levers for a week. Your inputs become sleep, walks, sunlight, and low cognitive wins. Run care blocks. 10 minutes outside, 5-minute stretch, 12-minute tidy, 1 admin triage. Keep the AAA language but change the action. I choose a 12-minute walk. I choose a 10-minute inbox sweep. Protect identity with bad day versions so you stay a person who shows up without overreaching. Then reintroduce 1 microblock every other day, not more. My schedule is chaotic and unpredictable. Build modularity. Pre-pack 3 microblock kits you can start in under 60 seconds. Writing kit, doc link at top, start script pasted, timer preset. Outreach kit, CRM view saved to today, template pinned, analysis kit, data file and checklist linked. Keep them parked on your desktop or pin tabs. When a window opens, you're not rummaging, you're running. I keep slipping back to outcomes, word counts, sales, subscribers. Keep a 2-box log, inputs on top, outcomes below. You're allowed to glance at outcomes weekly, not daily. During the week, only write what you did. Minutes, reps, drafts, attempts, start script used, ladder fix applied. On review day, ask 1 question. Which input seemed to shorten time to start? Double down there. If an outcome tempts you midweek, translate it to an input. Want 1,000 words. Becomes 3 20-minute blocks with 3 bullet starts. What if I can't find an unbroken hour? Run microblock chains. 2 or 3 20-25-minute blocks across the day, same ignition and log, count as 1 long block. The brain cares about the ritual, not the calendar artifact. Keep a chain tracker so you know which piece you're on, A, B, or C. How do I handle travel and time zones? Travel kit. Noise app headphones, 1 offline start script for each task, and a single-page tracker. Aim for microblocks only. Your goal is continuity, not volume. Use until timing. I'll work until boarding rather than unless the gate changes. Log the rep to preserve rhythm. What about long-term projects that feel amorphous? Map to shippable slices. Define a weekly unit of progress you control, 3 research summaries, 2 coded modules, 1 narrative outline. Build a template for that unit. Your control blocks target units, not the whole project. Review weekly which unit definition moved you faster and refine the template. I keep getting derailed by emergencies. Install an interrupt triage line. Given this ping, I'll finish my current sentence, then I'll check. That protects tiny completions that reduce re-entry friction. For recurring fires, write a micro SOP to handle them faster next time. Emergencies become less chaotic when the first 2 steps are pre-decided. What if my environment can't change? Shared space, kids, open office? Double down on mind and process. Noise cancel if possible. If not, use consistent soundscapes. Sit in the same spot for focus so your brain recognizes the cue. Full screen your work. Paste the start script at the top so you can enter quickly. Use until the next interruption. I'll do X, small, repeated entries beat waiting for quiet that never comes. I lose motivation after a good streak. Why? Normal. Wins reduce urgency. Use stakes that are light but fresh. A tiny public prototype, a peer review booked on the calendar, or a ship by Friday noon soft deadline. Rotate the novelty of the start script, same micro win, different first move, to refresh your brain's interest. I worry these tools will make me rigid. The opposite. The rituals remove low-level decisions so you can adapt where it matters. The control ladder is a flexibility engine. You adjust the lowest wobble, you scale scope in real time, you swap modes without quitting. That's not rigid, that's responsive. Final edge case, I tried all this and still stalled today. Perfect. Run the Anti-Relapse reset, 60-second reframe, 2-minute start, smallest ladder fix. Then log the input even if it's tiny. Tomorrow, shorten the block, move it to your best energy window, and pick 1 lever to change, just one. Consistency is a practice, not a personality.